Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Manga Boy Read His Manga. I got another 12er for you, okay? So let's start with 5 millimeters or 5 centimeters per second. Apparently it's the rate at which the sakura blossoms fall at. This story is about these two kids who are constantly being moved around as kids, and they go through a lot of different schools together. They find a lot to relate to with each other, and they fall in love. But what happens? Well, they gotta move away, obviously. This story I liked more than the last Shinkai work, but not super great either still. I can tell that maybe I'm just not that much of a Shinkai fan as I thought I was. It's another kind of wishy-washy ending, and I wonder if, Shinkai's gotta, get on, get over things in his own life, because this is another story about two people who are really hung up on each other, and they kind of miss out a lot on life by doing so. And the whole story is kind of about that. Will they, won't they meet up? So it's an interesting romance. I really liked the beginning of it, but as we got towards the end, it was less good. It says, remember a time before cell phones could be found in every pocket. It's like, damn, man, you really trying to date me right now? But it's, I don't know, it was okay. It's an interesting look, I guess, that people had to send letters in the past. How odd is that, right? But, I don't know. I really wouldn't recommend reading it unless you're a huge fan of Shinkai. Strongest sage, the weakest crest. I got this because somebody on my Discord channel that I don't own, it's not my Discord channel, it's the self-print Discord channel, they mentioned that this was on sale and then that they really liked it. Their name's Steph, and I grabbed it. I think it's Steph anyways that did it, recommended it. I grabbed it and I love it. This is amazing. So essentially what happens is this mage right here, this guy, is reborn. Ta-da! So he went from being this guy to that guy. Okay, so he went, I'm going to say 2,000 years in the future, because that's what happened in the last isekai that I read. And he's reborn as this kid with the exact crest he wanted. The crest that he had before was really good at the start, but it burns out and then it starts to be not as good and as limited. But the crest he has now is fairly balanced, but it does start off a little bit weaker. So with this new crest, he feels like he can become truly the strongest sage person / whatever ever. And so that's what this is about. He goes through time, and kind of similar to Misfit, he realizes that the world is weaker than he would have thought. Monsters and demons and people are present, but weaker for some reason, and he's not sure why. So he starts to think it's because the demons are tricking humanity into using magic poorly by disguising themselves as people, telling them that this is how you get the cool magic that I use, and then they do it, and then it's poop magic, and so they have to train hard. But I really do enjoy this. He's teaching everybody how to use magic effectively again, and there's a lot of really cool action in here. The main character is still young, so he's not super strong OP, but he is still super strong OP because he's really smart and remembers the strategies to win. So, compared to everyone else, he's a beast, but compared to his old self, he's weak. So this is something that I really have been enjoying quite a bit. I really think if you like these kinds of isekai, where, the character kind of helps train everybody around them, it's not really an isekai. He's reborn into the same world, just further in the future. And he's trying to become the strongest person around. He's definitely on his way to doing that. But, I'm curious to see what this plot is to make humanity kind of not strong again and make them weaker. I wonder what's the true kind of thing going on there. I started Rave Master. Now, I got all of Rave Master, so I said, time to start Rave Master. And I told myself, you're not starting Rave Master until you start Haiku. Guess what? I didn't do that. So I started Rave Master. I couldn't wait. I was reading it along, and I was like, man, this really reminds me of Bo, because there's this army. It's called Demon Card, and They have generals, and man, if that doesn't remind you of the Bald Empire, I don't know what will, because the Bald Empire's got these henchmen with these outfits, just like Demon Card, and I never noticed that connection before. And they all have their own special powers and everything like that. But anyways, Haru Glory is supposed to collect all of the different raves, put them in a sword, and stop Demon Card and save the world. That's what he's after. That's his plan. It's very cool, action-y manga by the same creator of Fairy Tail and Eden Zero, Hiro Mashima. So, if you liked... Probably more if you liked Eden Zero, I would give this a read. This has probably more in common with that than Fairy Tail, though there are some character designs that carry over from Fairy Tail as well. Or rather, from here to Fairy Tail, such as Plu, the demon guy. Musica is very reminiscent of Gajeel. It's this guy. I don't know who this guy is yet, but he is pretty much Jalal. So yeah, very interesting story. Very fun. Very lighthearted journey to find the rave and save the world. Good action, good comedy, good adventure, bizarre creatures and characters. Lovely. Take this, Fists of Fury, blah 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 blah. I love his pompadour and his little ducktail thing at the end. So yeah, that was Rave Master. Can't wait to keep reading it. So far, it is different than I remember. I think the anime might have started differently than the manga did. Not sure if my memory's wrong or if I'm right and it just did that for some reason. Next, The Hound and Other Short Stories by H.P. Lovecraft and adapted by Go Tanabe. This is some creepy art. This is some creepy works right here. So if you like a lot of black, a lot of dark, a lot of creep, this is for you. This takes 3 short stories from H.P. Lovecraft. The first one being The Temple, then The Hound, then The Nameless City. You can see them all right there. So if you enjoyed those by H.P. Lovecraft, I definitely recommend checking this out. Go Tanabe's artwork is phenomenal. His uses of blacks and shading and atmosphere just really takes it over the top. So check this out if you have any interest in H.P. Lovecraft work or any creepy work. This is for you. And definitely grab this on Halloween or in October. It will be well worth your time to give this a read during that season. Sunny by Taiyo Matsumoto. This, I already know, is going to be a sad story. I don't know much about it, other than what I read, but I can tell it's going to be sad. So, it's about these foster kids who live in a foster home, and, well, they are just getting by in life. Some of them just don't get along with others. Others just do what they're going to do, you know? And they tend to chill in this car. It's called, the model of it is, I guess, Sunny. That's where it gets the name Sunny. They chill in that car when they feel sad or they just want to kind of mess around. It's like the kids' clubhouse, no adults allowed. It's illegal for an adult to be in that car. So far it's pretty good. It is pretty sad to see these hardships these kids go through. Some of them are lying because they want to get attention and become popular. Some of them just want to go back home with their mom, but their mom doesn't want them in their life, it seems like. It's just some sad stuff. Here and there sprinkled in. And, Taiyo Matsumoto is not afraid to tell you that things just aren't right for these kids and they wish things were better. Some kids, their parents told them that, it's just for a little while, they'll be back soon, and then, well, they're not back. So it's an interesting story. I really like the way that Taiyo Matsumoto does the paneling. Very, I don't know how you'd call that, unorthodox. But a very interesting read. These are hardcover volumes, and they have like a kind of a canvasy feel. So I do really like these releases. If you guys like a kind of touchy-feely story that tugs at your heartstrings, I would recommend this series for sure. I've only 2 volumes in out of the 6. I'm not sure if these are 2-in-1s or what, but they used to run in Icky. I'm noticing that with Icky Comics, whatever Icky Comics I have, they tend to be really touchy-feely at the end and make me sad. So, yeah. I think the only Icky comic I have that probably won't do that, but might, is Doro Hidoro. I have a lot of those volumes, don't have them all, just waiting for a few more to come in still. I've been saying that for like a year, but I just haven't gotten any more. I think that's the only one that won't be a touchy-feely sad story at the end, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Doro Hidoro's got this really sad undertone that I'm just not aware of. Anyways, that is it. Thank you for watching. See how my sign's a little like that? It's because it doesn't have a stand on the back. So please don't make fun of me. Anyways, I should probably hang it on a wall. I don't know why I'm just so lazy. Anyways, thank you for watching today. If you liked today's video, let me know down below. Did I get you to read anything cool that you're like, wow, I gotta talk to you about this? Let me know in the comments down below, or message me on Instagram even. I like to chat, it's fun. And what have you been reading? Please comment down below. Like, subscribe, and we'll see ya next week for another manga reading log. Bye-bye.